Righto, today's task, upgrading our standard Alco jockey wheel that comes with our Scout 15 down to the 750, ARK 750 jockey wheel, which is a little bit more heavy duty. As you can see with this one, once it's wound right out, they start to get a little bit of a bend in here. Definitely done its job, but we're going to upgrade to the ARK 750, which a lot of people do prior to picking up their new vans or upgrade later to these. Are very popular jockey wheel. So we're going to actually mount it on the other side today. If you can see on this side, we've got the welded plate on the back there. So rather than having to take that off, what we're going to do is we're going to come around to this side and we're going to mount it over on this side, and we're going to relocate the compliance plates. So let's get into it. Okay, so we've cracked the box open. Let's have a look what we get. A couple of wheels in here, and the main part of the arms all ready to go, and then the box here with the fixings for the bolts to go across the drawbar. Okay, so this is what it'll look like once it comes out of the box. So as you can see, pretty much fully assembled, apart from we've got to put those two wheels on down the bottom here, and then we've just got to add these brackets onto the drawbar to mount the bracket on the back of the jockey wheel. So pretty much all we're going to need is a good socket set and pretty quick job. Okay, so as mentioned, we're going to actually mount this on the opposite side because that welded bracket on the far side. So what we're going to do is we're going to have it mounted here. So obviously the compliance plate can still be seen, and I'm just going to remove this gas compliance plate and we're going to re-stick that back onto the drawbar afterwards. Okay, so just remove that gas compliance plate off of there. As I mentioned, it's just stuck on, so what we'll do is we'll probably remount that across the front here or somewhere. That'll give us just some access now to mount the ARK 750. Okay, so we've just undone this bolt across here. So all you pretty much need is 18mm sockets on both ends to undo that. And then what we want to do, we want to get these bearings off here, and we want to put two of each of these bearings into the wheels. So we'll do that now. Okay, so the wheels are on. So probably one thing to make sure, one thing to be aware of is just not to over tighten these. So just make sure that the wheels flow freely. It can be really easy to over tighten them. So yeah, just make sure you just give it a bit of a test run before you go mount it onto the van. Okay, so we're ready to start mounting the jockey wheel on now. So pretty much what I'm going to do is it's in the lowest position right now. You can see the pin down through the bottom here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wind it up and get the preferred position just to make it easier to slide the bolts through here. As you can see, it's the correct way of fitting it. The wider gap here at the top, smaller gaps on the side. Okay, so we've got the winder on and we're just going to wind it up till we get it to the right height. And that's pretty much it. So now we'll just put the bolts and the bracket through, and so it's secure onto the drawbar. One thing I forgot to mention, grab a cold beer. Okay, so it's time to fit the brackets to the back now. Pretty simple, bolt through. With the bracket, you'll see that there's all different types of spacings. So you might just need to check and just see which way it goes. I'm going to use the top one here because it lines up perfectly down the bottom. Want to go that way? If I go that way, the bolts don't line up. So you just need to work out the width of your drawbar and make sure that it fits. Okay, so brackets on. Good thing about these brackets, are exactly the same width as the nut. So all you need to do is tighten from this end and job done. Okay, so that's all done, all bolted up. So probably just one thing to mention now is that you probably just want to not over tighten those bolts. So probably grab one of these if you haven't already got one, but a torque wrench. This one's rated from 13.6 up to 203 Newton meters. So 70 Newton meters. 70 Newton meters these bolts should be tightened up to. So maybe one to check. Don't over tighten them. Could cause you some grief down the track. And if you haven't got a torque wrench, can be used as well for your wheel nuts to make sure they're right as well. So definitely a good bit of kit to have in your van. Okay, so the torque wrench is set to 70 Newton meters, which is what we want to tighten these bolts to. So pretty much we're just listening for 2 clicks. Done. So there we go, job done. So the ARK 750, so pretty much 10-minute job. You can set these wheels up, down, sideways, however you want them. Just got them set up at this stage with the locking pin through here. But yeah, pretty quick and easy job. And looks like a lot sturdier jockey wheel. So I hope that helped. I'll do another video after this one, just on the operation of how the ARK 750 and all the different features of it as well.